Body language is your silent partner in every deal, meeting, and first impression. It speaks louder than your words, shapes how others see you, and often decides your success before you even start talking. This book doesn't just tell you to stand tall or make eye contact. It explains exactly how and why those things work. You'll learn how small changes in your posture, gestures, and presence can open big doors in business. Whether you're pitching, leading, or networking, mastering body language gives you an edge most professionals miss. If you're ready to lead without saying more, this book will show you how. Chapter 1. The Unspoken Advantage: Why Body Language Matters. In professional life, it's often said that communication is key. However, many focus only on verbal communication, what to say, how to say it, and which words to use. This overlooks a critical fact. Body language plays a bigger role than most people realize. In fact, nonverbal communication often speaks louder and faster than words. Here's the argument. Your body language shapes people's impressions of you long before you say a single word. Research backs this up. Studies show that others begin to judge your confidence, trustworthiness, and competence within just a few seconds of seeing you. These judgments aren't based on your resume or ideas. They're based on what people see: your posture, your eye contact, your gestures, your facial expressions, and your overall energy. Some might argue that ideas matter more than appearance. That's true in the long run, but in the first moments, when decisions are made about whether to listen, engage, or trust you, your body language often determines if your words will be taken seriously. Without strong, positive nonverbal cues, even the best ideas can be ignored. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine two professionals walking into a boardroom to present a proposal. The first enters quickly, head down, avoids eye contact, and fumbles with their note. The second enters with calm steps, makes eye contact with the audience, and stands with open, balanced posture. Both may have brilliant ideas, but which one will be taken more seriously? The answer is clear. The second individual communicates confidence and preparation, even without speaking. This is why body language cannot be treated as a side note. It is a core part of how others judge your presence and professionalism. Now, let's explain how this works. Body language includes everything from the way you stand to the way you use your hands. If you stand tall, keep your shoulders relaxed, and your eyes steady, people see you as confident. If you slouch, fidget, or avoid eye contact, they may assume you are unsure or unprepared, even if that's not true. That misalignment can hurt your reputation and reduce your influence. What's more, body language is not about pretending. It's about creating consistency between your inner thoughts and your outer actions. When you genuinely believe in your message, your body should show it. The problem arises when nervousness, habit, or lack of awareness causes your body to send the wrong signals. Professionals and entrepreneurs must be especially careful. Your career often depends on how others see you: clients, partners, investors, and colleagues. Your body language is part of your personal brand. People won't just listen to what you say. They will judge whether you look like someone who believes it. That's why understanding your body language is a strategic tool, not just a soft skill. Some people assume they can't change how they move or behave, that body language is natural. But this is incorrect. Like any skill, it can be trained and improved. With practice, you can learn to stand with strength, speak with clarity, and move with purpose. These changes lead to better outcomes in interviews, presentations, negotiations, and daily conversations. In conclusion, body language matters deeply because it shapes the way people respond to you. If your words say one thing but your body says another, people will believe your body. But when your words and actions match, you become powerful, clear, and trustworthy. That is the silent edge professionals and entrepreneurs need to succeed. Chapter 2. First Impressions: The Power of Presence. First impressions matter, not because we choose to make them, but because human nature demands them. In professional settings, especially for entrepreneurs and business leaders, those first few moments often define how others treat, trust, or even remember you. The way you present yourself at the beginning of an interaction can decide whether an opportunity opens or disappears. Some may argue that first impressions are shallow. They say, "People should judge me by my results, not by how I walk into a room." While that may sound fair, the reality is different. In business, time is limited and decisions are quick. People rely on instinct, and instinct pays attention to body language before words are even spoken. Think about it. When you meet someone new, whether in a job interview, client pitch, or networking event, you immediately start forming ideas about them. Are they confident? Are they prepared? Do they seem open or closed off? These judgments happen automatically, and they come mainly from visual cues like posture, eye contact, and overall presence. This is why presence, how you carry yourself, is critical. Presence is not about being loud or dominating. It's about being calm, clear, and controlled. It means showing that you belong in the room, that you are comfortable in your own skin, and that you are worth listening to. Let's break it down. When you enter a room, walk in with purpose. Keep your head level, your shoulders relaxed, and your steps steady. When you greet someone, make direct eye contact and smile politely. These small actions send powerful messages. They tell people you are confident, respectful, and ready. Compare two people meeting a client for the first time. The first arrives slightly late, looks down, speaks quickly, and avoids eye contact. The second arrives on time, walks in with calm steps, maintains eye contact, and speaks clearly. Even if both people are equally skilled, the second will likely gain more trust and attention. Why? Because their presence created a stronger, more reliable first impression. Now let's look at voice. A rushed or nervous tone can make even smart ideas seem weak. But a steady, well-paced voice adds weight to your message. When your tone, body, and facial expressions all match, people feel your message is honest and strong. What if the first impression doesn't go well? That can happen. But the solution is not to panic. It's to correct with intention. If you feel you've come across poorly, acknowledge it subtly, then shift your energy. Adjust your body language, slow your speech, and focus on your message. People are often open to second chances if you respond with confidence and professionalism. In conclusion, first impressions aren't just social habits. They're business tools. As a professional or entrepreneur, your ability to create a strong impression quickly can influence everything from getting hired to closing deals. You don't need to change who you are. You need to make sure your presence reflects your value. That's the power of first impressions. And it starts with how you show up. Chapter 3. Reading the room, decoding others' body language. Understanding your own body language is important, but it's only half the skill. The other half is being able to read and interpret what others are saying without word. In meetings, negotiations, interviews, or team discussions, learning to read the room gives you a strong advantage. It helps you respond better, avoid mistakes, and build deeper connections. Many professionals assume that body language is only about how they come across. That's a mistake. The truth is, nonverbal signals from others give you valuable information about how they feel, what they agree with, what they doubt, and whether they trust you. If you ignore these cues, you may miss key moments to adjust your message, clear up confusion, or gain support. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're giving a pitch to a group of investors. One person is leaning forward, nodding slightly, and maintaining eye contact. Another is looking away, arms crossed, and tapping a pen. These two people are reacting very differently. If you ignore their signals, you risk continuing your talk without addressing concerns. But if you notice these cues and respond, maybe by asking if there are questions or checking in, you take control of the room and increase your influence. Reading body language starts with observation. Look at facial expressions, hand movements, posture, and eye behavior. Are people engaged or distracted? open or closed, confused or curious. These signs don't always mean the same thing for every person, but they are strong clues about emotional state and interest level. Now, some may argue that interpreting body language is too risky. What if I misread someone? That's a fair concern. But not trying at all is a bigger risk. The key is to use body language as a signal, not a final answer. Use it to guide your questions and adapt your delivery, not to make hard judgments. It's about improving your awareness and responsiveness. Cultural differences also matter. For example, in some cultures, direct eye contact is seen as respectful. In others, it can be viewed as aggressive. That's why professionals working in global teams must combine body language reading with cultural sensitivity. What matters is not applying the same rule everywhere, but staying alert and adjusting your approach based on what you observe. Reading others' body language also helps in conflict. When someone folds their arms or shifts away, it could mean resistance. Instead of pushing harder, try softening your tone, asking a question, or changing the angle of the discussion. These small changes can reduce tension and build better understanding. In team leadership, this skill becomes even more important. When you know how your team feels, even if they don't say it, you can lead with empathy and awareness. You'll know when someone is hiding confusion, when someone is frustrated, or when someone is waiting to speak up. That insight builds trust and makes you a more effective leader. In summary, reading body language helps you make smarter decisions, build better relationships, and lead with greater awareness. It allows you to listen beyond words and connect with what people really feel. Professionals who can read the room don't just respond, they lead the conversation. That is a skill worth mastering. Chapter 4. Leading with Confidence, Body Language for Leaders. Leadership isn't just about giving orders or having the right answers. It's also about how others experience you, and much of that comes through your body language. A leader's nonverbal behavior shapes how teams respond, how trust is built, and how effectively messages are delivered. Some leaders believe their position or title is enough to earn respect. But in reality, respect is felt before it's spoken. People follow those who not only speak with clarity, but who also show confidence through their presence. Body language communicates leadership just as clearly as your words, and often, more convincingly. Let's argue the case clearly. When your words and body are aligned, your leadership becomes stronger. But when there is a disconnect, if you talk about being open but keep your arms crossed, or speak about urgency while appearing relaxed, your message loses impact. People may not say it directly, but they notice when a leader's nonverbal signals do not match their message. What does confident leadership body language look like? It starts with posture. Standing upright with relaxed shoulders shows balance and readiness. Eye contact shows focus and connection. Open gestures with visible hands communicate honesty. When you speak, purposeful movements, not nervous fidgeting, show that you are in control and committed to the message. A leader must also manage facial expressions. A calm, steady expression in moments of stress reassures others. A warm smile when recognizing a team's achievement builds morale. If your face looks angry, bored, or distracted, even by accident, it can damage trust quickly. As a leader, your team looks to you for signals. Your mood becomes the team's mood. Some may say, "I lead by results, not appearance." While results do matter, how you carry yourself impacts how others respond to your leadership. A team is more likely to listen, contribute, and trust a leader who appears approachable, focused, and confident. This is especially true in challenging moments. When the team feels uncertain, your steady body language provides security. Consider meetings. A leader who walks in, makes eye contact, greets people by name, and sits with an open posture sets a tone of confidence and inclusion. On the other hand, a leader who rushes in, avoids eye contact, or looks at a phone while others speak sends a message of disconnection, even if they don't mean to. Leadership body language is also important in public speaking. If you're addressing a team, board, or external audience, your stage presence determines how your message is received. Speaking too fast, pacing nervously, or avoiding eye contact distracts the audience. But when your movements are steady, your voice clear, and your gaze inclusive, your leadership becomes visible. In conclusion, confident body language is not about pretending, it's about being intentional. Leaders who show alignment between their words, tone, and presence earn more trust and lead more effectively. If you want others to follow you, believe in you, and perform with you, they must first feel your confidence, not just hear it. That's what true leadership presence looks like. Chapter 5. The Entrepreneur's Toolkit and Nonverbal Skills for Business Growth. Entrepreneurs often believe that success depends mainly on having a great product or service. While this is true in part, it's not the full picture. In the world of business, people invest in people. That means your nonverbal communication, how you present yourself, how you connect, and how you carry your message, is a critical part of your business toolkit. Let's make a strong case. No matter how good your idea is, if your body language shows doubt, disconnection, or discomfort, people are less likely to support you. Investors, partners, and clients read your presence before they read your business plan. They decide if they can trust you, if you're confident, and if you're ready, not only by what you say, but by how you look while saying it. When you pitch your startup or lead your business, your body becomes your first brand. Your eye contact, your handshake, the way you enter a room, all of it sets the tone. If your body language is strong and clear, your audience is more open. If it's weak or inconsistent, even a great idea can lose attention. Here's what confident, persuasive body language looks like in entrepreneurial settings. During networking, approach with a steady walk, smile naturally, and introduce yourself with a firm handshake or nod. Maintain respectful eye contact and listen actively. These actions show that you're open and professional. During sales conversations, sit or stand upright. Avoid crossing your arms or hiding your hands. Lean slightly forward when explaining your solution. These cues help build trust and show belief in your offering. During investor pitches, use calm, controlled gestures to emphasize key points. Make eye contact with everyone in the room, not just one person. Don't rush. Speak with confidence and pause between points. Your body should show ownership of your idea. Some entrepreneurs argue that their product should speak for itself. But the truth is, people invest in leadership just as much as in innovation. If you appear unsure or disconnected from your message, investors may doubt your ability to lead the company. Strong body language shows that you believe in your vision, and belief is contagious. Also, remember that every audience is different. Adapting your nonverbal cues shows emotional intelligence. A high-energy tone might work with a tech crowd but feel aggressive to a conservative group. Watch the body language of your audience. If they lean back, frown, or look distracted, adjust your tone and pace. If they nod, lean in, or take notes, you're connecting. Entrepreneurs must also manage stress signals. You may be nervous, but practice can help. Before any big meeting, take deep breaths, slow your movements, and mentally rehearse your opening. This helps your body stay relaxed, which makes your presence more effective. In short, your body language is not just a reflection of your business, it's a part of it. It shapes how others see you, how they respond to your pitch, and how much they trust your leadership. Mastering this silent skill helps you grow your business with greater influence, presence, and clarity. That's why it belongs in every entrepreneur's toolkit. Chapter 6. Mastery and Mindfulness, Continuous Improvement. Understanding body language is important. Using it well is powerful. But the professionals and entrepreneurs who stand out the most don't stop there. They keep improving. They treat body language as a skill they can refine every day. That's where mastery begins. Not in talent, but in awareness and repetition. Many believe that body language is something you either have or don't. They say, "I'm just not naturally expressive," or "that's not my style." But that argument doesn't hold up. Body language is not personality, it's behavior. And behavior can be observed, practiced, and improved. If you can learn to manage your calendar or lead a team, you can learn to improve your nonverbal signals. Mastery starts with mindfulness. Mindfulness means being aware of what your body is doing, especially when you're under stress or pressure. Do you tense your shoulders? Do you speak faster? Do you cross your arms when you feel challenged? You can only improve what you first notice. That's why self-awareness is the foundation of better communication. Start by observing yourself. Record your presentations. Watch your meetings. Reflect on how you show up. Are your words and body working together? Or are they sending different messages? These small reviews reveal big insight. Next, use feedback. Ask a trusted colleague or coach. How do I come across in meetings? Do I look confident, open, clear? Others see things we miss. Their input can be the shortcut to faster growth. Then comes practice. Focus on one area at a time. Maybe it's improving eye contact, reducing nervous gestures, or keeping a steady tone. Don't try to change everything at once. Small, consistent improvements add up. Over time, they become habit. Some professionals may ask, why keep working on this if I already get results? The answer is simple, because better communication creates better outcomes. More trust, faster decisions, deeper relationship. When your body language becomes second nature, you save energy, build stronger connections, and lead with greater impact. Mindfulness also helps when things go wrong. No one is perfect. You may get nervous. You might miss a cue. But if you stay aware, you can recover. Take a breath. Reset your posture. Reconnect with the room. That's the difference between reactive and intentional communication. Finally, commit to lifelong improvement. Your career will evolve. Your audience will change. Your responsibilities will grow. As a result, your body language must also evolve. The good news? It's a skill you carry with you, anywhere you go. In conclusion, mastering body language is not about reaching perfection. It's about being honest, clear, and intentional in how you show up every day. Mindfulness is the method. Practice is the path. And presence is the reward.